Hey, what's up, guys? George here with Sideways Toast, and today I was driving the Shelby Cobra 427. Before I go any further, I'm just gonna say this is one of my favorite cars of all time, as well as the Shelby Daytona Coupe, which I'll hopefully doing an episode on in the future. But overall, this car is it's not the best drift car. You can really tell. It doesn't have a very stiff chassis. It has, it is, keep in mind, from the 1960s. So it had 1960s technology in it. So it doesn't have a very stiff chassis. So it's very loose, not very precise. Has plenty of power. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 500 horsepower. Something around there. And I think the torque is a little bit less, maybe 450. I don't want to say that, though, because I'm not completely sure about that. Don't hold me to that, but it's a fun car, very fun. It has plenty of power to get you around, but you're not catching as much angle, and just the rear tires. It's not very smooth. Like, you're going into a corner, you're drifting a little bit, and then you countersteer a little bit less, so the back will swing out a little bit more, and you can't hold as much angle as you would like, as I would like to anyway. In my drift cars, I try, because you want to hold as much angle as you can, because that's kind of drifting. But in this, I'm not holding as much angle, and when I am holding angle, I don't feel like I'm in control of the car. It's just very important to me when I'm drifting, because I really like to feel like I can, if I want to do something in the car, I can do it. Like, if I wanted to just come out of a drift, I can just be like, oh, I'm like in mid drift, I can just come out of the drift. But in this car, like you just saw there, like I was counter steering all the way, I could not get out of that drift at the end, which that does kind of bug me, because I really don't like when I'm not in complete control of a car. Like, that's like I like drifting cars when I have control over them, and that's why some cars just I don't like. You can see sometimes in slower, not necessarily slower, but corners where you're not achieving as much angle or as much counter steer, you have a little bit more control. But you can tell I can't really be counter steering all the time, because he just doesn't have enough power to do that. But if I did, you would just crash off. And because the gears are very long in this car, not very long, but they're pretty long gears. It does have plenty of power, so you're going faster. That's why you can tell, but it just has so much power. I can be at about 4,000 RPMs in third gear and be drifting perfectly fine, which is very nice. That's one thing I do like about this car. But as you can see there, I was drifting, and I just kind of angling. I can just see, like, sometimes, like, right here, it was, I thought I wasn't going to be able to keep that. It's, like, you don't have as much control in it as you would really like in a drift car. And you can't extend it, and like there, just snapped back much, much faster than I thought it did, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You want drift cars to snap back, but my drift cars, I don't like it when they snap back that quickly. I like it to be a little bit slower than that. Not like sloppily slow, but a little bit slower. And being on topic of sloppy, this car is a little bit sloppy. Like, it's not precise. That's what it is. It's kind of just like, in some of my drift cars, I can be like, choosing the exact line I want to go on and go on that line. This car, it's pretty much where the car wants to go, or you can't choose your line exactly and maintain a drift. Like, you can choose your line, but you'd lose the drift. I would lose the drift. I know there are people out there that can hold the line in this car, but I'm not one of them. So yeah, and I wasn't even trying to turn around there. I was just trying to hold it, and I just realized I couldn't. So, and another thing, the very soft chassis, so it doesn't have as much control. You can tell 1960s technology, so it's not as stiff as modern day cars, as well as the very loose suspension. I noticed, not necessarily a ton of body roll, but you can tell it had loose suspension, which was kind of helpful actually when throwing the weight into the corner. But it's not necessarily. If anything, I think it could have been a little bit too loose. So definitely, if I was gonna make one, definitely. I have some, definitely a little bit more power, weight reduction, because it is a little heavy, and I think it could definitely go if you're a master tuner. I think you should definitely go for trying to tune this car because I wouldn't say good at tuning, but I know what most of the things do. Like I figured out what the differential settings do. It's kind of dumb, but like I know most of the things do. Because I just one day I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to tune cars better. So like right there, I couldn't pull out of that. Like I was off the throttle trying to regain grip, and I just couldn't do it. But like sometimes I'm just like I wanted to learn how to tune more, so I would hop in a car that I was pretty familiar with, do something with one of the tuning thingies, like maybe loosen up the suspension a ton. And I would say, oh, this does this for drifting, or maybe if I increase the ride height, the differential. I figured out what all that stuff does, which is really helpful when tuning cars. Because before I was pretty much tuning like on what I knew. Now like I actually know like I can like before I could kind of tell like I know this car has too much grip, so I'll maybe give it a little bit more tire pressure or something like that. But yeah, so if you did like this video, don't forget to leave comments, suggestions for cars I should do in the future, other series that I should do, because I probably will do them. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you did like this video. Share it with your friends because I'm trying to grow my audience every day. Thank you for watching and goodbye.